Welcome to first show of July, 5 minutes with Sean, maybe 10. I want to start by saying thank you to my beautiful wife. Yesterday we celebrated, oh my God, 18 years of marriage. My love, without you, absolutely none of this is possible, period. I thank you every single day for being my wife, my best friend, my business partner. And again, it, you motivate me to be a better person. You make me a better person. And man, I love you for it. I really, really do. And today's show is motivated, I would say, by my wife, conceptually, because today's show is don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of change. And my wife knows that I am a stickler for keeping shit as it is. And she's always challenging me to change and be better. And so today, I want to talk about the concept because, look, in business as in life, we find things that work and we stick with it. People always say, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, I respect that. But what if we could make it better? I didn't say fix it. I said improve it, make it better, faster, stronger, whatever that is. Why don't we do that? Why don't we look into that? Change can be a good thing. It really can, especially when you open yourself up to change. I've been working on myself as a human. And so I've been more open to change of that, which is something I've been very closed off to because I think I've done a good enough job, right? But that's not the case. We can always do just a little bit better or things a little bit differently to improve quality of life, improve results, right? Those are things that matter to us. I've talked about it before on the show the last couple of weeks, but we have a lot of great long-standing clients. And with two of our two biggest accounts are pretty large groups that now we are renovating our relationships with them based on what their growing businesses need. And one is something that we implemented a BDC structure 12 years ago when we started our company, that we are now going back and now everyone is saying, what can we do to be better? There were some changes made in the executive structure. The new executive lead was like, this is a big topic of mine. I want to address this. I want to do more. I want to do better. And I want you guys to help. And I'll tell you, first of all, when a client doesn't shop you and just does business with you, bless their heart and bless the work that we've done to get us there. Because it didn't happen by accident, okay? It just doesn't. But to be able to look back in that process, to reinvigorate it, renovate it, has been so exciting. Because it speaks to how we have allowed our company to change and evolve. I say this all the time. People don't change, they evolve. At the core of who we are, we likely will, the ugliest of ourselves will rear its head at the worst of times. There's little doubt of mine. I try. Damn it, I try. But we are who we are. But we can evolve. We can be better people 9 times out of 10 as opposed to 5 times out of 10, if that makes sense. So when you look at the evolution of humans, and you look to how can we be better, one of the main things that happens within the changing kind of evolution is challenging ourselves. I open up the show with telling you that's what my wife does for me almost on a daily basis, challenging me to be better. She'll hear something and she'll say, hey, could we try this? Could we look at that? Hey, this is your current process. Have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? Right? That kind of stuff used to drive me nuts 5 years ago because the process is the process. Leave the process alone is dialed in. But that's not the case because in our business, every little 1% of time that we can pick up in efficiency across the company goes a long way. And so when we talk about change, look, the social arm, which I'm representing today, CBDV Social, run by the great man, Jeff Hunter. If you don't know him, General Motors Jeff, check him out. He's incredible. The social side of our business has exploded in the last, I don't know, let's call it 6 months. Because we've been open and adaptable to change at every single turn. Instead of being stuck in our ways, meeting with the client and them going, we're looking for X and us going, we only do Y. We're like, that's what you're looking for? I think we can figure that out. Give us a minute, we'll get back to you. And we do figure it out. And we do business together. And we do see success together. That's the kind of shit that I'm talking about, that I'm looking to get more of in my life. Okay? Because I don't want to just be the guy who says that's the way we've always done it. I recently had a call with a large manufacturing, like not manufacturing, but like large construction equipment company, because they made the joke they're 10 years behind the car business. And they started talking about things like not looking at CRM and not using call tracking, which I said, hey guys, just so you know, neither is the fucking car business. See last week's show. Okay. But the point was, in listening to it, the guy said he hears it all the time from upper management. Well, that's just the way we've always done it. There's nothing worse to say or hear in life as it is in work than that's just the way we've always done it. That sucks. Now, I am someone who also doesn't believe change for change. Change must come with purpose. If you have a purpose and a reason for change, I'm all ears. If you want to change because you think that's what it needs, or like a new manager comes in and they think they need to change everything without understanding it, that's a problem. We have a group that we work with has a brand new CFO. This new CFO has come on board and he just, he wants to change everything. He wants to be in control of vacation days, for goodness sakes, for the whole organization. This guy came, he's working at a used store. He came from a very big import store. You could not come from different worlds. And again, instead of taking 2 months, 3 months, 4 months to sit back, watch, learn, make a tweak, make a suggestion, do these things, they come in and they wipe the whole fucking thing out. And they want to start all over. This is what we need to do. This is how we need to do it. You lose your audience, people. You lose your audience. We have it all the time, whether it's Jeff Hunter for social, the CRM team, or even me. People are threatened by my organization because they think we're here to take jobs. The reality, I'll make it very clear here today on this show, we are here to support dealerships in CRM, social, and vendor management. That is what we do. We are a support organization. We don't want your jobs. You know why? Because we couldn't have better fucking jobs than the ones we got. Period. Everybody who works here would tell you that, okay? So it isn't about that. It's about trying to support people in getting better and doing more with what exists. I also always tell clients, I'm not looking for new money. I'm looking to adjust budget and maximize your spend. I never ask for new money. I make sure vendors don't ask for new money. Work with the pool of cash we got to make it better. Because there's always a way to change, move, and get better results, okay? So if you hear a vendor say, well, this is the way we do it, challenge them as to why, okay? And if you're not comfortable with it enough, call us. We'll back you up. We'll tell them why. We'll show them why. I'm someone who argues in facts. That's why people don't like arguing with me. I don't argue in feelings. I don't argue in facts. What the fact of the matter is what matters to me. Feelings, they're a part of the game as well. But facts, they're tough to argue. Now, if you're someone who doesn't believe in facts and you have alternative facts, tough to argue with you in general. And so typically I just take a pass on those anyways. And I've seen them everywhere. So in life as in business. Change is uncomfortable. Yes. Change is difficult. Yes. But in most times, it's probably needed and or welcomed. So just sit back and think about how could you change one thing? Not everything at one time, people. You'll never know what works. Take one part of something you think is broken, suggest a change, make a change, follow the change. If it works, look to change something else. If it doesn't, look to try again. Failure happens. There's no reason you can't try again. Okay? Go out, make the most of the start of July. And again, remember, control what you can control and make changes wherever you can to get that next little bit. Thank you guys so much. Go out, have yourself a wonderful start to July, and we'll see you again next week.